we're gonna look at the thing, bro.
Okay, then guys, what's going on?
Let's see what he has to say.
The hugest dip known to man and joined the graveyard for looter shooters. This thing went as quickly as it came and is now sitting at absolutely sod all players with a game development which is just tanking itself into the ground. Today we're going to be taking a look at Wayfinder and what the hell went wrong on this highly anticipated game that I believed in so damn much. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs.
What the fuck? The Twitch is growing, if I recall correctly. And it's still early release.
Check out our sponsor, 𝗚𝗦𝗥, the #1 in nutrition's experts, providing supplements proven to help fitness, weight loss, shredding, and bodybuilding. Wayfinder, this had so much promise. This game to me was a game that we 100% needed. This game to me was a looter shooter that had a cool, quirky cartoon factoring into it, but also listened to its community tenfold. Before the game released, they worked on loads of alphas and loads of betas, and we had loads of NDAs being signed and people playing this game left, right and center and bringing so much feedback from the community. Now all of this feedback from the community seemed
I'm leaving him a long ass response. It'll probably get deleted. Hey bro.
To be adhered to and listened to by the development team, and they literally jumped straight on board with everything that was being said and rectified all the issues that we had foreseen. Now, this game launched on August 17th, 2023. Yes, not very long ago at all. Not only that, but it launched as a free to play. So the fact that these guys have got no players playing in their game right now, he really
needs to rewatch his videos and fact checked himself.
Jumped straight on board with everything that was being said and rectified all the issues that we had foreseen. Now, this game launched on August 17th, 2023. Yes, not very long ago at all. Not only that, but it launched as a free to play. So the fact that these guys have got no players playing in their game right now, they really bloody messed up. We are now less than 2 months after launch, and the game has got a continuous player base in the last 24 hours of 616 players. Right now, but as far as playing an hour ago, there were only 580 players, and that just essentially says it all in a nutshell. This for me is extremely disappointing, but
like anything he says after this is just completely invalid now. Because he's going off a basis of this game being free to play already. So everything he's going to say after this, if it deals with player count, it's just invalid.
where did it go wrong? Well, we do have a very easy insight into this and a load of player feedback that would 100% agree. Now, the problem is with this game, although it was
Is he just going to be talking about player count? 500?
absolutely incredible.
It's early access, bro.
To play in for its first time period.
The game's not even fully released yet.
It had a very stagnant root course, and on that basis there wasn't very much content there to actually consume, knowing full well that the looter shooter community are one of those binge gamers sort of communities. We don't just jump in and play a couple of hours a day, we jump in and we binge it until we can't physically hold our eyes open anymore. But this game took the Outriders approach, and for me this is the most confusing part known to man. They nerfed absolutely everything that they possibly could. Long range.
I played Outriders. I didn't really stick to it for too long, but I played Outriders. It's weird that he's trying to compare it. When it's free to play, all you gotta do is advertise and boom, done. Right, bro? Like, there's gonna be people on this game, bro. There's gonna be people on this fucking game, man. Whatever, bro. Like if all he's gonna talk about is player count, then whatever he has to say is invalid and irrelevant.
Weapons were the meta primarily anyway, with some specific weapons taking the forefront on this, and they just nerfed them down into the ground. Now, this is something which makes absolutely no sense for a company that was...
What did they nerf? There's way more than Fire and View playing. Just need matchmaking working better. Right, bro. And we should not be fucking worrying about the player count right now. If anything, they should be worrying about fixing what issues there is right now, and then working on putting all the content that they plan on putting the fuck out. So when free to play does come, this game is stable enough and has all the juice it needs for these, you know, people that come free to play, and has all this content to do.
Listening to its community tenfold, and was
I feel like they shouldn't be worrying about the player count right
now. And add in everything the community wanted to add. They made it so damn difficult.
I need to come out on this, and I need to come out and see what the hype is all about. Right, like there's people waiting on Xbox. Like, come on now. Dev Tracker got an update. I'll check that out too.
Difficult to have an OP character because they nerfed anything that was doing quite well. On top of that, the level.
Like, what did they even nerf? What did they nerf heavy in the beginning? The only thing that's been really nerfed was, and like, I wouldn't even say it's like very impactful nerfs.
Leveling is absolutely impossible. Now, if you've never played Wayfinder before, and this is the first you've seen of it, I am not going to think that was doing quite well. On top of that, the leveling is absolutely impossible. Now, if you've never played...
No, you're just a pussy.
Wayfinder before, and this is the first you've seen of it, I am not going to be talking about it in a good light, and it's rightly so. It's not worth playing right now if that is the case. Hopefully the development team changed some things with regards to the leveling system, which we'll get into in just a second, but hopefully they do change it, because if they don't change it, this game is going to go absolutely nowhere. This is the
biggest... Only level 5 and he made this review. Yo, alright, I made it this far. I think I know enough about this game. He didn't even finish the fucking side quests, bro. Unless he's sitting here doing the repeatables when it was a thing. And if he's talking about the XP nerf, he's a pussy. He's honestly a pussy. If that's the nerf he's talking about, wow, boo-hoo. Cry me a river. It was fucking broken, bro. You shouldn't have been getting that much XP from it anyway.
Key factor for me as to why I stopped playing so early on. You will notice that
if they did collab content between 2 games, guess what? All of those Warframe players would come over, right, bro? But did someone pay him to make this fake review? Most stupid thing I've ever saw, right, bro? Ever play 10 hours and says game's bad? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I clicked my screen thing. It was
the game was being covered before its launch time, and we covered a lot of the news revolved around this game. And then the moment it launched, you maybe had a couple of videos out of me tops. The main reason for this is no matter how good the development team were, how well they worked together with content creators, and how nice they were, they still didn't listen. I had a lot of faith in the game just solely because of the basis that the core mechanics and the foundation that they made about this game was something to behold, and was something that actually could have really broke through the cracks and maybe not have made the top spot, but could have been a decent contender inside of the looter shooter genre. Right now, what we're experiencing is leveling is just borderline impossible. The way that this game works with its leveling guide is essentially you have got loads of numerous characters. You don't have a character you build, you pick from a selection of characters, and you can unlock and add new characters into it. Although, based on everything that we've seen so far, you can complete the entire game of content based on all story modes, all of the main activities, and do all of that stuff and still not hit max level. The max level of this is only 30, which should have screamed at me right at the beginning, but with a max level of 30, you can play all of the content and probably rinse and repeat some of the end game content for a little while and still not hit level 30. Let alone being able to play through the game and make 6 of the playable characters in Wayfinder, because they all have extremely different playstyles and abilities. So it's worthwhile learning a little bit of each one, but do not sink your teeth into numerous ones. You'd have to just jump in. Now, this is what's really, really annoying.
Right, bro.
Now, we're kind of stuck in a looping cycle. So what's the newest thing that's come through so far is the Reaver King mid-season event and the patch overall. There's 4 new main quests, 3 new side quests, 4 new craftable weapons.
Oh, so this is recent. This was 2 days ago?
Side quests. On top of all of the playable content that you've had up until this point and still not hit maximum level on one character. The weapons were a lot easier to level up and you could maximize those quite well, although they were still well lackluster, so you were not hitting levels as much as you could do, and you'd be lucky if you were hitting about a level a day with inside of this functionality. But this is just ridiculous. Not only that, but it lost a massive player base right at the beginning when we had all of the loading issues when it came to actually being able to get in the game. For those of you guys who were there for launch, I don't know if you will remember, because the game became quite irrelevant quite quickly, but the moment the game launched, we had queues upon queues upon queues, and you would get to the front of the queue and then get kicked straight out again to have to re-queue for an
They didn't expect it to be this, like, that many people to want to fucking play it.
another 3 hours. This went on for a very, very long period of time until eventually they did fix it. Don't get me twisted, right now it's extremely easy. You just turn the game on, log in, and jump straight in and play the game. Now there is a reason for that, and we addressed that one earlier. That's because at the point of launch we hit an all-time peak of 25,000 nearly, and we're now sat at 580 people playing in the last hour. That'll be why you can get
You played 10 hours and unlocked the toxic lady.
on the servers. But overall, the demise of this game is on a few equal levels right here. We have
Nah, he could have bought either the Exalted pack or the Awakened one and got Ven for free. I see he has that little crossbow skin, so he probably got Exalted, I think.
gone to the Outriders approach of nerfing everything that was worthwhile using, and the leveling, which is borderline impossible. So if you can't level based on the fact that you can't use the decent weapons that you enjoy using, it makes
I think it's the same guy.
fun. So for me personally, this game was doomed from the offset, and that is the biggest shame of this game. Let me know what your guys' opinions are down in the comment section below, and if you haven't played this game yet, my recommendation is not to touch it until we report otherwise. I will be keeping an eye on this, and if they do make this any better, then it may be something that we may reapproach, but until then, unfortunately, nothing more from me. CloudPlay signing out on this one. Thanks again for watching, appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.
Like, is he even, like, the only content I see him doing, bro? Fuck, bro. He only has, bro, he's not even showing any of the in-game content that was available. He's showing Broodmother and then fucking Highlands and shit. He hasn't even went in depth with the game at all. He's over here fucking aiming at level 1 strikes and shit. Everyone is shitting on him. I don't see a comment in his favor. You know what? I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it short and simple so we don't.
I'm Frosty, and that is actually crazy.
He was, and so was Lazy PR. They were both in the big content creator early access part period.
Just post on the video.
I saw Lazy Peon's video, but he wasn't like going crazy like this guy in line.
Yeah, but he's already got gifted the pack, yeah. He knows he ain't gonna be working with them again, and now he's like,
Not bad. I mean, that scenario was not a bad video.
The thing with Lazy Peon's video, he was
Okay.
before the loading. That's the. He does give proper reviews, but I think I could see why he got mad.
My man. He put out a wiki. He put out a wiki on the boy. Oh, they never. Facts, bro. They continue to listen to the player base. Well, you need to understand that balance is not for getting new players and build their infrastructure tools and building the system. The game really doesn't. The game really doesn't really exist at this point, right? They made it so hard to have an OP character. Do you understand what balance is? If it was made to be easy to obtain godhood, player retention would die. Yeah, facts. Explain the law queues where it's prone, increase company has 77 employees, so you're looking at less than 10 people trying to fix an issue. Someone with instead of being a Pied Piper of idiocy. Now, see, he's Alexis. People are like you Mr. Fleming because you have a biased opinion. Bro, everyone needs to go like blood trackers.